Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Doc and Queenie Guest Live. Hey, Queenie.
Hey, Doc, do you know how much I love guest lives?
I do.
Uh-huh.
You like it a lot.
I love all the
You would like
backgrounds for everyone here too. Doc just actually made ours for the ornament, and our fabulous guest today put Christmas lights on her background. So it looks like we are definitely ready to celebrate the season. What do you think, Doc?
well, we've got the snow down.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah. Let's talk that. Uh-huh. Yeah, 26 degrees below zero wind chill. We're having a great time in the Kansas City market, but our gorgeous guest today is from the New York area. Ladies and gentlemen, we would love to welcome the one and only, the incredible, a friend of ours from Happy Neighborhood Project for sure, and certainly part of our Doc and Queenie community. Denise Vargas, my friend, how are you?
I am doing fabulous. Thank you. Thank you for having me. Hello, everyone. I am Doc and Queenie Land.
Yeah. We are super duper honored and thrilled to have you as part of the Doc and Queenie community for sure, but certainly to have a guest on Guest Live at this time of year. You always talk about gratitude, and that seems to be such a huge part of your makeup. And we can't wait for our listeners and our viewers to get to know more about Diva. Get us started, my friend. Tell us about you.
Yeah, well, definitely gratitude because it's been an amazing life. I well, first of all, I've named my company Live Creatively because I've always lived creatively. And I started living creatively, believe it or not, when I was 8 years old. When I was 8, I overheard the doctor say to my mom that I would not make it to the age of 10. I do have a disability, and I'll share more about that later. But when I was 8, to hear that, they were just outside the hospital door when I heard that. And I don't know what it was, but something inside me shifted. And I was like, no, that's not going to happen. Right. Like, I didn't even know, like, as an 8-year-old, do you even know what death is? Right. Like, what does it mean to die? What does it mean to not make it past a certain age? I didn't really understood that. But what I did understand was that no, I don't know what that is, but no. And ever since then, I've learned to do things differently. I knew that I couldn't do things the way a typical 8-year-old did it, or 10-year-old, or 13-year-old, or 20-year-old, right? Well, certainly now at 54 years old. So here I am 44 years later, past my quote unquote expiration date. And I love telling people that, we all know our birthday, but no one knows the expiration date. So we need to live in the moment, the present. After all, it is called the present because it's a gift, right? So we need to be grateful and enjoy that beautiful gift that we're given. And yeah, just learn to, whatever it is that you want to do, you can do it. You just need, in my case, I just need to tweak it to work for me. And I tell everyone the same thing, whatever challenge you have, because I have a physical disability, but we all have challenges, right? Like all of us, you might have a challenge with your family. Maybe you're going through divorce. Maybe you're, grieving a death in your family, or a new career, or the lack of income. Like, there's just so many challenges that you can go through, right? But you just need to focus on the moment and tweak whatever you can so that it works for you and your individual challenge.
You see why she's a huge part of my family with the Happy Neighborhood Project, Doc. As soon as
my gosh.
this,
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah.
So what do you do in your business? I mean, tell us what a client would come to you. How do you help them?
So I do quite a few different things. I'm actually a multi-entrepreneur. So I do a few things, but I love coaching people. I'm a lifestyle strategist. So I figure out what lifestyle they want, and then I help them get there. I'm also known as Diva for Denise Vargas, but also because I dream every day and I visualize always, and I really challenge others to diva until they get what they want. Because the more that you focus on what it is that you want, the more you visualize it, dream about it, like really focus on it, it really does come to fruition.
Can you
It's awesome.
being in the office with Denise, even on a Zoom call, and having her speak power and effervescence into you? That's why I say, Doc, if you need inspiration, you can go to Diva anytime. She's so good at this.
I can tell right immediately. I mean, it's a breath of fresh air because, there's people walking around out there that are so positive. And like you say, we have all things that are hard or whatever's going, on with people. But most of it's up here.
Absolutely.
That's for sure. You mentioned several other businesses, my friend. What other entrepreneurial endeavors are you involved with?
So I also do Legal Shield. I also do innovative nutrition. I also do travel. I also do Nowsite, which is a phenomenal company that I've just recently started with. And a matter of fact, that's actually one of the things I do to help others grow their businesses. So I really help them grow their platform. If they're just starting out, if they're trying to start out and they don't exactly know what type of business they want to create, I help them fine tune it, figure out what they want, and then grow it.
That is so
Awesome.
to be able to help people at the length that you do is just huge, honestly. And for those out there listening live or on the replay, I got to meet Denise in the Happy Neighborhood Project, which is an organization that offers free networking events all across the globe, literally. And Denise is one of our incredible captains, which means she gets to actually host, run, and help the co-host while they're running the actual event. Denise, tell us a little bit about the servant leadership that you've experienced while being part of Edwin Adebury's Happy Neighborhood Project.
Oh my gosh. First of all, let's just start with the fact that happiness is in my DNA. And when I found HNP, the Happy Neighborhood Project, I was just blown away. It just fit into my DNA, right? And when I became a co-host for New York, and then I became a captain, and running 4 different events and being with all those phenomenal co-hosts and watching them shine and just really being part of something that has meant so much to me and so many others and has grown my network of people. And I love to say family, because while we may have our family that we're either married into or born into, the family that you create out of real deep friendships, that to me is family. And that's exactly what you get at H&P. We really do live in the happiest neighborhood. We always say that we live in the HAPPY zip code, because it truly is a very happy place to be in.
You will love the
Yes.
fact Denise actually adopted the family word. So a lot of times when I converse with her on social media, I hashtag family, and every single time, whatever platform I come up with does the spell check thing. So I'm like, I really meant to say family. This is Denise's word that she coined. And it really does turn out like that. Doc, I know in the Doc and Queenie family, we have definitely created friends that are our selected family, actually.
Yes. And I have to comment on I originally thought, and I think I was probably one of the ones I'm like, I think you spelled that wrong, Queenie.
Yeah.
And you're like, because she never misses a misspelling. And I'm like, I wonder if she noticed that.
Yeah.
But yeah, networking, Happy Neighborhood Project, the Doc and Queenie community, there are some fantastic people out there. I mean, we've got friends all over the country, which is cool. And I don't network as hard as Queenie does with the Happy Neighborhood Project, but she's even got friends in India and Australia And I'm sure you do too, Denise, because you're a part of that wonderful networking group.
Absolutely. And if I could also just add that, the pandemic has, it was devastating to so many. Um, but I always try and find the silver lining, if you will, in every dark cloud. And for me, it really was H&P because, first of all, it's worldwide, as we just said. And I tell people that I get on my virtual plane and I travel the globe and I meet phenomenal people. And where else could you have done that had it not been for the pandemic, right? Like we just shifted because actually H&P, believe it or not, was live and in person before it went virtual. And ever since it's went virtual, it's grown phenomenally.
Yeah,
As Queenie, I was going to say, as Queenie and I, we always teach the punt and pivot, but yes, the and everything over the past couple of years has forced, and like you say, it's a silver lining. Yes, a lot of people would love to go face to face, but the reach of being on networking, virtual has been fantastic, and it's also helped people develop. My business did a 180 because I can't go face to face with some people with all of that going on. So I'm actually venturing out more into a virtual setting. So it's been fantastic. That silver lining, like you said.
And plus, it's just more efficient because even if we could go out and network personally, which we can, a lot of places are opening up. But even if you do that, how many can you truly do in a week? Maybe 2 or 3 in a week because you have to get in your car, you got to drive there, it's time consuming. And, physically it's time consuming, but mentally it's also time consuming. And it takes a lot of physical and mental energy to do that. Whereas when you're doing it virtually, you can go to 2 or 3 a day, depending on how your schedule is, right? So it's really just more efficient. And as you just mentioned, it will completely do a 180 in your business for sure.
Well, and I didn't spend so much on coffee. Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, no, that's what I was going to say. You spend a lot on coffee. I was spending so much on gasoline, and because it's about probably a 50-mile radius for some of my groups. And I was because, those were my in-person friends, if you will. So I was happy to go every month to something 45, 50 miles away to help at a high school, to this, to that, to training classes for colleges and things like that. That was fun. But when the shift piece happened, just like you said, Denise, it's more efficient. And think of the money that we saved on gas and coffee, Doc.
Oh, gosh. Yeah, I used to stack my appointments. I'd move 15 minutes in between. And, it's kind of sad when you go to the coffee shop and they're like, "Hi, Laura."
Yeah. So if they know your name, that's a big problem there, Doc.
Yes. But so, Diva, what is your thought about 2023? Do you have any thoughts or any goals or any suggestions or little tidbits of silver lining you'd love to share with our community?
I was actually planning my 2023 and I attended a training today that really shifted my whole mindset. So now I'm like restructuring 2023. But the one thing I can say is, at H&P, our 2022 word was imagine, right? And some of us do this. We get a word for the year. Some do not. But I really do encourage everyone to get a word. And this year, my word was essentially going to be 2 words because it was going to be self-love. And I'll go into it as to why I picked that word. But then my very best friend, Courtney, says to me, "Well, Denise, that's 2 words." And I'm like, "Not really, because it's got like a little dash in there." I was like, "No, it's 1 word." He's like, no, it's 2 words. So, and he kept insisting that it was 2 words. So I was like, fine. You know what? My word's going to be me. It's going to be just me because I think that I need to focus a little bit more on me because I've been so, like when you are trying to please everyone, that then you lose sight of your own vision, your own dreams, your own everything. So really this year, I am going to focus on me a little bit. It's almost like when they say, put the oxygen mask on yourself first before you can help anyone else. Well, I wasn't doing that. And I started feeling winded and just out of energy. And I was like, this is not good. How can I tell others what they should be doing when I kind of lost sight on me a little bit this year? And not just this year, previous years too. So this year it's all about me. And if that sounds selfish to some people, trust me, it really isn't, because you need to really help yourself fill your own cup before you can fill someone else.
And think about that too. And Doc, you've experienced this with some of your clients in your naturopathy business as well. I don't have time to sleep. I don't have time to sleep. I don't have time to sleep. And Doc always says, whoa, this is one of the first things that you need to do is you've got to get enough sleep, because you are not going to be able to last at your current pace. And the things that are important, obviously the food that we eat and the water that we drink, of course, but definitely the sleep. And Doc is a huge proponent of that as well. Denise, I notice on your background, there's a ginormous circle and it says, I got my ticket. What is the International Day of Happiness, my friend?
It's only one of the best times to come and celebrate with us, the International Day of Happiness. Well, first of all, 10 years ago, our Chief Happiness Officer, Edwin Devery, helped to make this whole big grand celebration. He was recognized by the UN. And now we get to celebrate this International Day of Happiness every single year. I celebrate it every day, but every single year we get to celebrate it. And this year it happens to be on, the actual day is March 20th, but we will be celebrating it on March 17th. And it's going to be amazing. You can go ahead and get your tickets. I'm sure that hopefully we can put the link where they can get their tickets down somewhere around.
Absolutely. It'll be in the comment section of this video. Absolutely.
Awesome. And by the way, get your tickets, as soon as possible, because right now we have the super early bird deal. And who doesn't love discounts? Like, I know I love discounts. So try and get it now. And they make fantastic gifts. So if you're kind of not thinking, you're thinking, well, I still need to buy so-and-so a gift, so-and-so. And if you have clients, customers, this is a really great gift for them. It's really the gift that keeps on giving, because you will grow your connections. You will just have so much fun. And we're getting ready to beat the world record, the Guinness Book of World Records. Who doesn't want to be part of that history, right? To say that, oh, by the way, I'm in the Guinness Book of World Records. Oh, for what? For the biggest speed networking ever. Like, don't you want to boast about that? I know I do.
And I think it's going to happen this year. I really seriously do. Just like Denise was mentioning, tickets right now are only $20, and that's for all 6 hours. So it's March 17th from 9 to 3 Pacific. And so do the math on what your time zone. And so for all 6 hours of networking, prizes, giveaways, speakers, oh my gosh, vendor events, there are vendor booths available too. Actually, I think we have a few slots of those left, but the tickets right now are only $20. January 1st, 2023, they'll be $30. February 1st, all the way through the event will be $40. So if you don't have your ticket yet, and just like you mentioned, Denise, to be able to gift that to someone is just the coolest thing ever. And talk about the gift that keeps on giving. Vendor booths are only $100 right now. There'll be $200 on January 1 and $300 on February 1. So if you're thinking about being a vendor at a virtual event, we will be on hopin.com. We'll put that link in the comment section of this video as well, so you can get familiar with Hopin. It's a very cool platform, and you can go to virtual events all day long if you'd like. Some of them are free, some of them have a fee, but there's so many options with this incredible event. I just seriously can't wait.
Absolutely.
That sounds fantastic. Well, guess what, everybody? We're kind of
Oh my gosh,
almost out
there
of
is no
time.
way. Can we talk to Denise
So-
for a couple hours instead of just 20 minutes?
I know, I wish we could.
You know, they
I wish
always
we
say
could.
time
So
flies
is-
when you're having fun.
It really does. You're
Yes.
right.
Is there any last words you would like to share with everybody before we sign off here today?
You know, I always like to sign off with stay happy, stay positive, and always live creatively.
That's beautiful. And how
That's awesome.
viewers and listeners reach you, my friend? What is the best way for them to actually get in contact with the one and only diva?
You can go to LinkedIn, just look up for Denise Vargas. I am there under Live Creatively as well. And you can Facebook me. Yeah, just connect with me in one of those platforms and I'd be more than happy to connect and see where we go.
That is fantastic. Well, thank you everyone for joining us today on Doc and Queenie Guest Live with the fabulous Denise Vargas, or the Diva, and our Happy Neighborhood Project folk. So you can reach us, Doc and Queenie, if you want to check out our Facebook page every Monday at high noon live. Until then, everybody have a blessed and Merry Christmas, and we will catch you next week. Thank you, Denise.
Thank you.
It was great to see everybody. Thanks. Bye now, Doc. Bye, Denise. Bye.
Bye.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.